Well guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the beautiful Chesil beach. We're at the ferry bridge end again today. I know it's getting a bit repetitive, but we just love it down here. And why not take the camera and film a session for you? I've just put my first cast out and had a lovely bream bite, and I think I've got a bream on. So I'm gonna go down and land it now and bring her up and show you. There's got to be a fish on there, surely. Yeah, buddy. Get over me other line. And we've got beautiful black bream first cast, just barely hooked as you can see on the ragworm. Beauty. Let's get her in the bucket and get another rig out there. Just shed the hook herself. All the fishing certainly seems to have switched on now, guys. I've just looked up and my conny rod was bent right round. I've hit into it, there was nothing on there. Just as I'm sort of baiting up again, this rod's folded over, and I think, by the feels of it, I've got another bream on. So we've arrived here probably about an hour before low, and now I think it's about bang on low tide. So we plan to fish it all the way up to high, maybe an hour back. We'll see how the fishing is, but yeah, I'm gonna go land this bream now. Oh, that's a nice bream actually. That's a little bit better, I think. Just nailed the ragworm again, as you can see. Let's get her in the bucket. It's another lovely bream. They all seem to be coming on my distance rod so far, so yes. All on the ragworm as well so far. It's a slightly better stamp, this one. I think we might keep this one for the table because we do love a bream sandwich.
Yeah, we'll keep that one.
Yes. Oh, right guys, we're just approaching low water now. And I'm just going to show you how I bait up my tour clip down. So bait of choice is well, my first bait of choice, some lovely freshly dug blow lug, as you can see from my local beach. These are cracking bait on Chesil, especially for the bream and the codling, I find. So I use a whole one about this sort of size. Just put them down there a sec, and on the other hook, is that a little bite then? The bite seemed to have dried up a little bit just as we're approaching low water, so yes. I think we have lost the tide out there, so that's playing a part. I think once the tide starts running again, we should start picking up a few fish. So, if I can find a nicely sized worm. I'll just have to cut a big one into smaller pieces, oh well. But yes, second bait of choice is some lovely fresh ragworm from Real Fun in Portishead. Cracking bait. Oh. And let's start with the blow lug. I like to nip the tail off, don't need that, and put it on tail first. And then because I'm clipping this out, no, not clipping out, because I'm clipping this rig down, I'm gonna put just a gentle whipping of fine Batex just to hold it on the hook, make sure it doesn't slop up or down the snood. I don't want to go too hard because otherwise you'll just burst the worm, all the juice will start pouring out, and you don't want that. So just a gentle whipping, just up and down once or twice. And I'll put the blow lug on the top hook this time. I've got 50cm snoods with ending in a size 3 Varavass saltwater champion. I find these are cracking hooks for this time of year on Chesil Beach. Perfect for all your summer species, your bream and stuff. Oh, that might be a little tickle actually. Ah well, that can wait. But yes, that's the top hook. Just a single blow lug, as you can see. And now the bottom hook. I'm not going to put that whole worm on a size 3 saltwater champion because I just won't catch anything. I like to nip the thinnest part of the tail off and use probably a little 2-inch piece. So I'll just pinch that there. I like to put it on thin end first, so on the hook the thick end will be at the bottom. Just put that on the needle, and same again, just a gentle whipping of fine baitex. Perfect for worm baits on Chesil, fine baitex. I wouldn't go anywhere without it, especially down here on the south coast. It's very fine and it's still strong, which is what you want really. So yes, that should be enough. If I can find my bottom hook, size 3 saltwater champion again, I can just slide that on. And what I also like to do is, if I can find my, I'll put this rest of the worm back in a separate pot because I don't want all the juices to leak all over the other worm, so I'll just put that there. If I can find my squid that I got out. Yeah, as you can see, I've just been taking bits off of it. I'll just cut a strip of the sort of skin off of it. And as you can see there, got a lovely thin bit of squid, and I will cut that in half. And on each hook, I'll just literally nick it through once. So when it's out there, we've got a nice bit of squid hanging off there. I find especially for the bream, that is a killer. And I'll just do the same for the other hook. Yes, the last few times we've been here, it hasn't exactly been fantastic fishing. Yeah, we've caught fish, but like we said on the last few videos, it hasn't been as busy as we thought it would. Right guys, bites have been a bit thin on the ground at the moment, so I've stole some of my rigs from my England stash, and this one is called an earth rig. So it might look like I've just got a lead clipped up, but coming off of it, I've got 9 foot, 12 pound fluoro, ending in 3 little ragworm bait. So effectively this rig is 3 hooks below the lead. Now when you're using an earth rig, you got to make sure that your bottom hook has got the biggest bait on and your top hook has got the smallest bait, so it doesn't spin in the air. It makes it nice and aerodynamics, sort of. Now to cast it, you ought to sort of lay the baits down behind you like that and just have the lead hanging down. It's not really a distance casting rig, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a thump. Let me shorten that drop a bit. And as you cast, just feather the line. When you feather the line, the lead slows down, but your hooks will sort of go in front of it, so it lands nice and neatly. But yeah, that landed all right. And hopefully that can scratch us out a gurnard or something. Right guys, this is my distance setup. I've got a Century Fireblade GT paired up with my Abu Ambassador 6.5 Mag Elite, and I've got my 2-hook clip downs, baited up with worm, tipped with squid with a 5-ounce lead, and I'm just going to hit it. Beautiful. Right guys, my Conti rod just sprung into action and I think I've got a mackerel on it. Yeah, it's got to be a mackerel. It's a bass. Oh. Look at that, guys.
Whoa, that's a keeper too.
Beautiful bar of silver. Look at that. It's nailed. Come here. Size 4 Kamasan B940. Right there. Beautiful fish.
Measure that. I think it's.
That's definitely a keeper.
I think it's about 44, but we'll see.
Just get that hook out. It's one of those awkward ones. Right, I don't want this to spike me. Gonna be gentle with it. There we go. Look at that for a beauty.
That's more like it.
It's more like it. It's what we come to Chesil for. Look at that, just hanging out its mouth. The size 4 Kamazan.
Just clip that
Beautiful bass.
Absolutely gorgeous.
We're gonna keep this one, Dad?
If we're going to measure it, as long as it's in size, then we'll keep it. I think it is just.
Yeah, that's got to be in size. It's about 2.5, 3 pounds maybe.
No,
but yeah.
It's not that big, but I think it's about 2.25.
Beautiful
I think it's
fish.
about 44, but we'll
Yeah.
measure it. Brilliant, well done.
Beautiful. We decided we're going to keep this one because we just measured it. She's 44 centimetres. Going to dispatch this chap humanely. This will be going for bass sandwiches tomorrow. But yes, let's get that rod back out, see what else we can get. Right guys, my rod's nearly just been pulled in.
I saw that.
Admittedly, I was lying down having a bit of a kip. I looked up, the rod just literally went. Be interested to know what this is. This is actually on a rag and squid bait, which is interesting enough. So, yes, could be anything. I reckon it's a little eel. It's only just there. It's just a massive bream. That was on. That's on 30 BMX, just outside the mouth there. Look.
Whoa.
But yeah, it's a proper bream. That's huge for a bream.
We're definitely keeping that.
Yeah, it's bream sandwiches then. We've got bass sandwiches, bream sandwiches so far. Come on. What a bite that gave, my God. Nearly took the rod in. But yeah, there she is. Real thick bream as well, look at that. How thick it is. But yeah.
Proper job.
Beautiful bream. Oh.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you. Right, I've just cast out, took a clip down. On the same rod that I just had that lovely bream on. As soon as I put it down on the rest, it's vibrating on the rod tip. So I think some bream have took it on the drop. Yeah, so let's go down and land there. I might even have a double shot. Let's see. There's definitely one. It's only one. Oh, it is two. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. They're both a decent size as well. Beautiful. They took it on the drop, I think. Let's get them in the bucket.
I know we haven't set down, but it looks like getting off a 20 now.
The main rig that's doing the damage today is this 2-hook clip down. I've got 50 centimetre snoods of 20-pound amnesia clear, ending in size 3 saltwater champions, just with small ragworm baits on both. And yeah, all clear. I've got a 80-pound Asso Ultra Flex rig body, ending in a 5-ounce lead, because we have got a little bit of tide out there. And yes, I'm just gonna try and hit it really. Oh yes. Wind in the slack. Let's see if any more want to take it on the drop. I'll just put that down a sec. Let's see. Ignore my other rod. I think I've got a bit of weed on it. Let me just tighten that up. Oh, well guys, the wind's got up and the bites have died right off. Yeah, it's been a lovely session actually. I've really enjoyed it, both of us. Dad just packed up now, he's gone back to the car because he's a wimp. But anyway, I've stayed down just for one more cast. Just put my last cast out now on my Fireblade. But yeah, it's been a great session, really enjoyed it. I think I had upwards of 15 bream. We didn't record them all because it's not worth recording all these tiny bream. We only recorded the ones that were a decent size and double shots and etc. But yeah, I also had that strap that I thought was a cod, and that lovely bass which came home for tea, which is coming home for tea. And that's going to be bass sandwiches tomorrow. Can't wait for that. But yes, by the time this video comes out, there would have been another video with me and Dean Booker at Fontigary. That was, I enjoyed yesterday so much. I wanted to meet Dean for a long time. He's one of my angling heroes, if you like. But yeah, it's great to meet up with him. Unfortunately, the fish didn't really play ball. It was very, very scratchy. I only had one gurnard and Dean didn't have anything. So we weren't expecting much, to be honest, because if you know Fontigary, generally it fishes better in the night. And a few of Dean's mates were there the evening before and it fished quite poor. So we weren't expecting much, but it was a great session. Dean gave me a few pointers on my casting, stuff like that. But yes, my swim's a bit of a mess right now, so I'll sort this out, and if I catch a fish, I'll bring you back. If I don't, then I won't. Cheers.